Happy Monday, YouTube. I hope you're doing well. So last week I hosted a free 5-day pure personal branding workshop where we talked about the power of personal branding, finding your uniqueness, choosing a vehicle, the whole creative process from start to finish, from idea all the way to published, and the mindset for longevity. And the mindset video that I filmed, I thought would be extremely valuable to my YouTube audience. So today I'm gonna share that video with you, and I hope it is helpful for you. Let's go ahead and roll it. Welcome to day 5 of the Pure Personal Branding Workshop. Today is the final video of the entire series. I hope you've been getting a ton of value, raising awareness to your situation, and possibly even coming up with solutions for yourself. In this video, we're going to discuss the key mindset for success and longevity. As you may or may not know, what actually helps you achieve your ideal lifestyle is not a matter of circumstances or external events. It's what's boiling inside your mind. In other words, your mindset is the most important factor. You can't control what happens to you, but you can definitely control how you react. And when we adopt the mindset that life happens for us and not to us, it helps us ease the mind a little bit. Now, the first thing I want to talk about today is clarity breeds confidence. It is very difficult to be confident with anything without raising awareness and gaining clarity first. I want you to find clarity and find answers and all that, but I also want you to be confident in your approach as well. And you find clarity by finding stillness first, raising awareness to your situation, and then creatively coming up with solutions. The reason why confidence is so important is because it helps you avoid certain self-sabotaging thoughts like comparison trap, perfectionism, fear of judgment, fear of rejection, fear of failure, the imposter syndrome. These are all things that are just inevitably a part of life. So if you feel any of those emotions throughout your process, congratulations, you're human. At this point, just a matter of how do we manage those things, right? So the next thing I want to talk about is how to manage your fear of judgment. I chose fear of judgment because it's probably one of the most powerful self-sabotaging thoughts that will try to get in your way. Now, the first strategy to helping you manage your fear of judgment is by creating balance in your life. When you're out of balance, you're more prone to caring about unnecessary things and in an unhealthy way. If you're busy all the time on this hamster wheel, constantly going from one thing to the next, how do you even manage things like fear of judgment, comparison trap, imposter syndrome? So first of all, create balance in your life. Look for stillness, create moments for yourself to just relax, reflect, and take things easy. Be intentional with finding and creating solitude in your life. The next strategy is to feed yourself with things that bring you joy. What do you love to do? What do you enjoy doing on a Saturday? What do you love to do on Sundays? What helps you fill your cup up first? And how can you fill your cup up first and let others get the overflow? What is one thing that we can do one more of every week that will help us find more balance, more solitude, whether it's 5 minutes or 30 minutes? What is one thing that you can implement? And the last strategy to help you manage your fear of judgment is to keep that one person in mind. Who is that one person that you're looking to help? What are they struggling with? What are they dealing with? How is their day going? How can you do something for them to take the focus off of you and onto your audience? Because they need you right now, and you have the answer to their situation. So keep that one person in mind, and it'll help you just stay on track. And the third thing I want to talk about is identity. Change happens in your identity first. I'll repeat that again. Change happens in your identity first. Have you ever heard anybody talk about the idea of an internal thermostat? Do you know what that means? Well, your internal thermostat dictates your external results, and it sets conditions for your life. If your internal thermostat is set to 75 degrees, then you're eventually going to get 75-degree results. If your internal thermostat is set to 100 degrees, then you will receive 100-degree results eventually. The key word is eventually, because when we change our internal thermostat, when we change our thermostat at home, it takes a sec to get there. A perfect example is our apartment likes to get really hot during sunset, and it's because we get the setting sun. So the sun is just beaming in. Typically we set our thermostat to 70 degrees, but it struggles even getting below 75 because, we have to close the blinds and everything in order to help us get there. But come 10, 11 p.m., now we're seeing the temperature, the conditions that we've set to 70 degrees. We set it to 70 degrees at 7 p.m. It may take us until 10 or 11 p.m. to see the conditions, but the only reason we see those conditions is because we set our thermostat to that temperature. And the same goes with you and your success and your expectations for yourself. You seek what you're familiar with. And when you change your internal thermostat, you're intentionally seeking new familiars. When you want change in your life, it happens in you first, not your external circumstances or external factors. It happens in you first. So adjust your internal thermostat to the temperature that matches the lifestyle that you seek. Anytime you deal with change, anytime you try to make a change in your life, it's going to be uncomfortable. So the next thing I want to talk about is being comfortable with the uncomfortable. On the other side of fear lies a ton of growth. Challenge yourself and be open to change, because change is the instigator of opportunity. I actually read that in this book right here. This guy, really good book. I highly suggest it. But you should also lean into your fears and view your fears as a catalyst to growth, to a better life. I heard a quote recently and it said, "Fear is the shadow side to what you love. The deeper the fear, the deeper the love." So instead of looking at fear as something scary or wrong or something to avoid, look at it as a good indicator to do what's right for you. Now, obviously, I'm not telling you to go jump into a basket of spiders because it's going to help you grow. But typically, we feel the most resistance towards the things we most need to do or that we feel most drawn to do. So lean into that resistance, lean into that fear, be comfortable with the uncomfortable, because change is bound to happen. Your internal thermostat is eventually going to create those results. But you have to be comfortable with seeking out new familiars and not knowing what's going on. And lastly, you can always keep this one question in mind. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, you can keep this one question in mind. If you're trying to lose 50 pounds, for example, let's just take an extreme example. If you're trying to lose 50 pounds, you have two ways of looking at your situation. You could either look at it as, I need to lose 50 pounds. I need to lose 50 pounds. Sounds a little stressful, right? Or you could just ask yourself this one question. What would a healthy person do? So whatever lifestyle you seek, what would that person do in every situation that you deal with? Would they eat this cake? Or would they, I don't know, for the sake of this example, would they buy vegetables and eat that? What would a healthy person do? They'd probably buy the vegetables. By focusing on what a healthy person would do, we're switching our focus from external results to our internal thermostat, because we can control how we think, how we react. We can't control our circumstances. If you're just now getting started with content, ask yourself, what would a content creator do? A content creator would probably schedule out a day for scripting, schedule out a day for filming, schedule out a day for editing, instead of just picking it up and just putting something together and posting it and being a little less organized with it. What would a creative person do? What would a successful business owner do? What would a wealthy person do? What would a billionaire do? I mean, we can even take it into that extreme example. But asking yourself that question is going to help you stay much more in alignment with the person you're trying to become and the change that you're seeking in your life. And that pretty much wraps it up. Today, we covered how clarity breeds confidence, how to manage the fear of judgment, and how change happens in your identity first. Now, if you had any questions throughout this video, please leave them down below. Also, for those of you who are interested in working with me one-on-one, I've left a special link down below for you. Just go click on that link and you'll find out all the details to learn more. And please keep in mind that I'm only taking a handful of people for the 60-day program, and the deadline to join and for this workshop is on August 3rd at 11:59 p.m. So soak in this free material while you can, gain the value while you can. And this is exactly why I wanted to leave the workshop up a couple days after the final video. So if you have a friend who is interested in building up a personal brand or finding more clarity and structuring it, invite them to this group. Invite them to join us and to take advantage of this free value while you can. And lastly, I want to go ahead and just end this video with a familiar quote that you might recognize, which is, your personal development is the foundation of your personal brand. So give yourself that energy that you deserve. Give yourself the attention that you deserve, and create solutions for yourself that are going to help you achieve the lifestyle that you want. I hope this video was helpful, and I'll see you soon.